Topic 1 set the scene for Module 1 by presenting some key ideas associated with understanding the term education and exploring the question, what is education? This topic extends your exploration of that question by posing another question, what is the purpose of education? I wonder now, as you revisit the definition of education shown on this slide, if you would add or delete some of the synonyms listed here. Based on the background reading, namely Chapter 1 of your text, be sure to read this section of the text before engaging with the learning materials that follow. I've broken this topic down into 3 key concepts. First, we'll delve a little deeper into the concept of the double purpose of education. Then we'll think about how or if our educational aspirations align with the ancient Greek notion of praxis. And finally, we'll look more closely at what we mean when we use the term educational practices. Understanding how this term is applied in the unit may help you think more broadly around the type of immersion experience you'd like to undertake. On that front, it's imperative that you start planning that experience now. Be sure to watch the explanatory video on the announcement page and start working your way through the 8 steps required to set this experience up. Obviously, many of you are well down this track, as I've been receiving some really good questions about the task. For instance, is it part of the mandatory professional experience or practicum component of my program? No, it's an additional experience, and therefore there is no requirement for your host setting to complete a report on your activities, nor is the experience assessed against the AITSL professional teaching standards. Do I have to have completed the land-tight assessment before starting my immersion experience? No, the land-tight hurdle applies to your mandatory professional experiences or pracs only. What if I don't have my child protection documentation back in time? Don't panic, there are a range of adult education settings that don't require this documentation, but do make sure that you get onto that application process now if you haven't already started it. Quite a few people have been asking, can I undertake my immersion experience at my current workplace? As a last resort, yes. However, I would prefer you look for a new or less familiar setting so that you can apply an objective lens to the educational practices happening there. If you do stay in your own workplace, please try to find a practice that you're not engaged with on a day-to-day basis. If in doubt, or if you have any other questions about the immersion experience or the unit in general, be sure to maximise the opportunity provided through the tutorials. Run your questions and ideas past your tutor, who will provide expert advice and can help set you on the right path. Your tutor is your go-to person in the unit, and I can say with great confidence will only be too pleased to help you maximise your learning in the unit. If you have not yet signed up to a tutorial, please be sure to do so, as these groups constitute learning communities. The unit tutors will use these lists to set up your learning community in this unit. Don't forget you can make an early start on the assessment tasks in this unit by completing the topic quizzes. Finally, I hope you enjoy working your way through this topic, and please do stay in touch with the teaching team if you have any questions or concerns.